Hello everyone, welcome to Real Civil YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to explain you about the jacketing concept. So before that, I will tell you what is the need of jacketing. When building's load increases or the existing structure starts showing its edge, we don't always we don't always have to tear it down. Instead, we use jacketing. So today I'm walking you through four specific ways to reinforce a beam. So the topic is jacketing of beam, and the jacketing will be of RCC. That is, as a concrete will be there and reinforcement will be there. So let's begin. So first we will see four-sided jacketing. So there are different ways of jacketing, like three-sided jacketing, four-sided jacketing, and again there are different ways in three-sided jacketing. So first we will start with four-sided jacketing. So this is the section which shows four-sided jacketing. Okay. Uh, so whatever is there in green color or hatched portion is existing. So I will show you. So this is our slab. Obviously it is continuous. Okay. So this is our slab and this is our beam, existing beam. And these are the reinforcements, anchor bars, and these are the reinforcement in tension zone, and this is the lateral tie. So this is our existing system. Now suppose we want to strengthen it. To strengthen it, this is the option of four-sided jacketing. That means this is our first, second, third, and four. You can see on all four sides we have done the jacketing. So how to do? That is the question. So you have to start with drilling into the reinforcement, sorry, into the slab. So here you can see we have drilled the slab. Here also we have drilled the slab. Once we drill, we have to pass this stirrup. So this is the stirrup you have to pass. And then obviously this curve portion and this hook you have to provide later. Then you have to add these bars, that is anchor bars and the reinforcement in the tension zone. So whatever design requirements are there, as per that you have to provide these bars. Okay. After that you can start doing the concreting. So this is the remaining portion which you have to do the concreting. So this is the four-sided jacketing. So first you have to drill into the existing slab. You have to pass the reinforcement, that is lateral ties or stirrup, and then you have to pass these longitudinal bars, and you can start doing the concreting from the top side. So this is the general practice for four-sided jacketing. You can use this, or you can apply this four-sided jacketing if you can do the jacketing above the slab also. If the floor is not in use, then this is the ideal way to do four-sided jacketing. Means you can use this area like for terrace. Mostly the terrace is not used or it is used sometimes. Okay. So at that time you can do the concreting and adding the reinforcement in this top section. But sometimes what happens, the upper floor is in use, so you cannot do the jacketing on the top side. So at that time you can go for three-sided jacketing. So this is three-sided jacketing. Now here you can see this is the existing slab. I'm showing it with blue color. Okay. So this is the existing beam and slab arrangement is there. Now here you can see the beam reinforcement. It's shown here, and this is the stirrup. So this is our existing system. Now we cannot go for four-sided jacketing. So you can go for three-sided jacketing. So here you can see what you need to do. You need to make a drill into the beam, and you have to pass this stirrup like this. And then you can provide these anchor bars and the reinforcement in the tension zone, that is your longitudinal bars. And then here this portion will be your cover, and here you can see specifically we have increased the depth of the beam. So we know that if we increase the depth of the beam, the bending capacity of the beam increases. So this is how you can increase the depth of the beam, and for width you can provide the nominal cover so that your new reinforcement have some cover. So this width will be nominal cover of the beam. So this is how you can do three-sided jacketing with deep beam or with increase in depth. Sometimes what happen, increasing the depth is not an option. So at that time you can go with increasing the width of the beam. So how to do? Again the system is same. Here you can see this is our existing slab, and this is our beam. Okay. These are the reinforcements in the existing beam, and this is the stirrup. Okay. Now suppose we want to do the jacketing, but we cannot go for four-sided jacketing. Even we cannot increase the depth of the beam because of some constraint on site. So at that time you can increase the width. So how to do? Here you have to make a drill, and you have to pass the reinforcement, that is your stirrup, like this, and like this. Okay. Here basically the top drill should be as much as close to the slab, and this bottom drill should be within the cover the existing beam. So this is the stirrup. Okay. And this is the cover of the existing beam. So you don't have any option to go beyond the existing to drill or to increase the depth. So you can drill in the cover of the existing beam, and you can pass this stirrup, and then you can provide these longitudinal bars, and then you can do the concreting. So here you can see you increase the width, but depth you have not increased. It is limited, or even this is the cover basically of the existing beam. So you can keep this, or you can slightly give some additional cover if it is possible. So again this is three-sided jacketing. but we have increased the width. Now in last case, here what you can do, again it is a three-sided jacketing. So this is our existing beam, sorry, slab, and this is our beam. Okay, now what we have done here, so we have drilled here in the slab and we have add this new reinforcement or stirrup here, and then this portion we have used the epoxy or we have done the grouting on both side. Now we have provided these longitudinal bars and then we have done the concreting. So this is another way of three-sided jacketing. So you have to repeat this at different intervals, like this U shape. After whenever whatever spacing it have, again you have to drill, again you have to pass the reinforcement. So same thing you have to do for all the cases. So these are the four cases, four-sided jacketing, and there are three ways of doing three-sided jacketing. I hope the concept of jacketing is clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. I will surely reply. In the next video, we will see jacketing of the column, and there are different ways of doing the jacketing: one-sided jacketing, two-sided, three-sided, and four-sided jacketing of the column. So all those we will see in our next lecture. Thank you. Please like, share, subscribe the channel.